Hey Wannabes, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Ashlynne and this is my husband Diego, and we live full-time in our 30-year-old travel trailer.
Yes, we do.
If you've been following along, you know that we are going to Montana to be camp hosts.
Yep.
Starting in April, and we're T-minus 30 days out.
Woo! Let's go.
So we've already started planning our route because we want to be ready. So keep watching this video to learn more about the 333 rule, the factors that went into planning our route, and how we use the Harvest Host app. But first, let's go on a run. 1 mile, 2 miles,
3 miles.
All right, let's sit down and plan this road trip. We're gonna abide by the 333 rule. No more than 300 miles in a day, arrive by 3 p.m., and no more than 3 days of travel in a row. Have we ever abided by any of these rules? Absolutely not, but we're gonna start here. We always arrive after dark, and it's never fun setting up our camper in the middle of the night. I know many of you out there have done that, and it's a rite of passage at this point, but we're gonna try to arrive by 3 p.m. so we can have a good afternoon. We're gonna be driving roughly 300 miles a day, so we've made sure to have plenty of stops so we can have fun along this road trip. That brings us to picking our route. For us, it came down to 3 factors: the states we wanted to see, how much money we wanted to spend, and all the fun things along the route. There was really only 2 options for us. We either go through New Mexico or go through Colorado, and Colorado was a no-brainer because neither of us have spent much time in Denver. So we were taking a week to see the Rocky Mountain National Park and the Red Rocks Amphitheater. Oh, that's a mouthful. And also, going the Colorado route is less miles, so saves us money on gas. Like I mentioned before, we're trying to keep this trip as cost effective as possible. It's not a vacation for us, more like a point A to point B with a lot of fun in the middle. We're going to be grocery shopping a lot and having our own meals at our campsites. I've allotted for us to have 3 fun meals, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but we're gonna go out to eat in Colorado Springs, Denver, and Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Again, we also picked the shortest route. That way we can save money on gas. And to keep lodging costs low, we'll be using our favorite sponsor, Harvest Host. Harvest Host is an app that lets you choose from thousands of campsites all across the country with 0 camping fees. You can choose from unique experiences like wineries, breweries, farms, and other attractions. Believe me, we've been using it for over a year, and we've seen some really cool places and met some amazing people. It's a one-time annual fee, and if you want to sign up now, you can get 20% off with our discount code Wannabe20.
Hey guys, Diego here. I'm taking over for Ash so that I can show you guys the really cool features that helped us plan this route. So, come on with me. Alright, so what we have here is a rough outline of our route. We typed in our major cities destination, and this is what Harvest Host populates for you. I want to show you first the features that you can toggle with to narrow your route, and then we'll talk about the cities or close proximity to that we'll be staying. So first, I want to talk about this radius feature. Radius allows you to choose how far away you're willing to drive off of your route to get to a Harvest Host. You can go up to 120 miles, as you see here, or you can go as low as 5 miles, right? Again, we're trying to be really cost effective, so we're just sticking to 5-10 miles, really. I think this is my favorite feature because it keeps you on your route, and you might fall in love with the Harvest Host and only to realize that it's like an hour out of your way, and you might not want that. Or you might have all the time in the world, and that's okay. Next, we have dates. Dates allows you to select a date range, and it'll only populate the Harvest Host with dates available. If Harvest Host is full, if a Harvest Host has not started their season because of snow or whatever, it will not show you those Harvest Hosts at all. Host type. Host type is really funny. One, because if you see this guy right here, farm, we've stayed at a lot of alpaca farms. If you had told us that 5 years ago, we never would have guessed it. But for example, let's say I'm a little tired of alpaca farms. I can simply uncheck farms, and all those will vanish from my route, so I don't even have to worry about digging through those. They're gone. But let's face it, I actually really like the alpaca farms, so we'll put that back. What we really don't use is the golf course. No offense to golfers anywhere or everywhere, but we're not golfers. We're not gonna pay for a round of golf just to stay somewhere. Doesn't make sense. There's some really pretty golf courses, but it is what it is. Next, you can do rig length. So something that when I was new to travel trailering is I thought rig length meant the length of just your trailer, which ours sits at like 27 feet total. It's not. It's the 27 feet plus however long your truck is. So if you know that you're up to almost 30 feet with the length of your truck and the length of your trailer, you can filter that, and again, it'll take away anything that is not fit your rig length, because no one would hate it more than getting to a harvest host only to find out that you can't make the turn into the property, or there's a turn in the property and now you're stuck and you're worried about damaging your property or damaging someone else's property. So I really like rig length as well, because it just filters out any unnecessary risks. Hookups really important for us. At least it is really important this trip, because I will still be working at night. So I need an electrical hookup that will power my monitor and keep my laptop charged. We could use our generator if we really wanted to, like more of the boondock situation, but I'd rather play it safe than sorry. So we have selected hookups. Some of our stays are actually a little bit longer than just one night, so we wanted to make sure that we selected extra nights. Again, this is a filter that's really useful, because if you want to stay somewhere an extra night and it's going to be something you want to do to continuously explore one given area, it'll take away any of the harvest hosts that don't offer extra nights. A lot of the times those are wineries and breweries though, so keep that in mind. Other types of stays. So this is actually something new that Harvest Host is doing. I believe they just rolled this out. Campground Partners. It's just, standard RV campgrounds that you can just uncheck or check and go from there. Again, we're keeping our costs low this time around, so we don't want to even consider those right now. And then same day booking, the clutch of all filters, I think, especially if you're not a prepper or a planner like we are. You can come on here and it'll select all the harvest hosts in your route that will accept you day of. It'll also take away the ones that have no availability. So if there's a route, if there is a harvest host on your route that you like, but they don't do same day booking, and you need that, click this, it'll take it away, and then it'll give you a more realistic view of what your options are. We're kind of taking this a step further and just being overly prepared. I have done same day booking so many times, and not once have they turned us away. So keep that in mind. Our route actually looks a little bit different than this, because we will actually be making a detour to Colorado Springs. So if I slide that up into my route, you can see that it changes my ultimate route, and it brings us from coming around the more plain side of Colorado, and it'll bring us just along the mountains and up into Wyoming. So all that being said, all those things being explained, this is why we chose Harvest Host to help us plan this route. Stay tuned until late April, where all these videos are going to come out. And essentially what we're doing, our goal is to make a Harvest Host highlight of where we're staying and all the cool things we're doing, the cool people we're meeting. and how we're making it from point A to point B and having fun while doing it. Remember, guys, like, comment, subscribe. You could be our 55th follower.
And if you're on the lookout for our videos, they come out every Friday at 11.
Stay tuned for next week's video because we're going to nationals, baby. Woo! Go Emma!
Yes!